I said a while ago that I would post a video of the martial arts stretching techniques we do to get ready before class. I do them a lot too, just to get ready. It's a really good way to work out any kinks in your muscles. It's almost a little workout in and of itself. I apologize for the cats. They like to be wherever I am. The first thing we always do is you want to get the legs a little bit warmed up just so you're not stretching cold muscles. So you just run in place for a little bit. You can do jumping jacks too. It really doesn't matter. Just whatever gets your legs warmed a little bit. The next thing you do, just kind of work any kinks out of your hips, because what you're going to do next is go into hip stretches. What you do there is you put your spread your legs apart, point your toes towards one wall. Anybody who's ever done yoga will be familiar with this stance. And then you just bend your one knee, and then just keep going until you feel a stretch right through your groin muscles right in there. Don't just go until you're comfortable, but just go as far as you can. If you can only just start a little bit, that's fine. I've been doing this for years, so I can stretch it out quite a bit more. But keep one hand here on your hip to kind of keep your posture upright. You want your body staying upright. The other hand can go on your knee. I always end up setting my elbow on my knee because I tend to stretch out quite a bit in these. Hold that for maybe 5-6 seconds. Come up, switch your feet, and stretch the other direction. Same thing, 5-6 seconds. You can hold it a little bit longer if you want. And switch again. And you'll switch sides 2 or 3 times, just until you start to feel the muscles in through your groin and hips start to release. The next thing you do is you'll just stand straight up, just like I am now, toes pointing straight at the wall in front of you, and you'll just bend the one leg, keep bending it. You'll point the toes of the legs you're stretching up straight up at the ceiling, and you just go as far down as you can. You'll feel the stretch right through your inner thigh and down into your calf here. Put the one hand here on your thigh, the other, I just kind of rest my elbow on my knee over here. Again, and you can deepen this stretch by bending forward and pressing down on this thigh. Again, just go to where you're comfortable. You don't have to go, what we tell everybody is you always start at white belt. You just go to where you're comfortable, go to work in just pushing your own comfort zone. That comfort zone, you'll be able to go, as you do this, you'll go deeper and deeper and deeper. I've been doing this for 15 years, so I can get pretty deep in it, but if you can't, that's fine. Again, after 5-6 seconds, you'll switch sides. This is actually a good balance exercise too. You'll see I can switch sides. I don't have to use hands, because again, I've been doing this for a long time. If you have to put your hands on the ground for balance as you switch sides, that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. I've been doing this for half my life. I've developed a pretty good sense of balance in that time. But again, hold it for 5-6 seconds and switch sides. Pet the kitty. Now, I don't consider this beginning stretching, I just consider this beginning stretching routine. I've had other people, like at the gym or whatever, who see me doing this, just to kind of get warmed up before I start doing stuff, think it's an actual workout routine, and if you think about it, it kind of is. But again, I've been doing it for a long time. I don't really consider it one anymore. Done with that. Work the kinks out a little bit. Now, we call it, this is stretch your feet apart, put your hands to the floor, and you do what we call stretch push-ups. It's sort of a push-up, you can use it as one. It's also sort of more, it's intended as more of a hip stretch. What you do is you put both hands on the floor, bend, rock forward, come up. Bend, rock forward, come up. 10 to 20 times. It's like you'll feel it in your calves, you'll feel it in your hips, and if you're just starting doing this, if you've never done a push-up before in your life, I remember when I was 14 or 15 and started doing this, my arms were very tired afterwards. They aren't anymore, but that was 15 years ago. If you really want to get advanced, put one hand behind your back and do the one-handed version. That's more of a balance exercise. After that one, you want to stretch side to side. So, legs apart, go down again, whatever feels comfortable to you. I go down really far because I've been doing this for a long time. I do yoga. I'm not the most flexible person in the world, but I'm pretty flexible. So go down as far as you can, and then you're going to stretch side to side. Bring your hand to your ankle, bend as far over as you can. The goal is to get your forehead to your knee. Hold that for a few seconds. Switch sides. And take some time too to just go as far back into the splits as you can. Don't hurt yourself. I've pulled my groin a couple of times trying to go too far and learn my lesson. But go down as far as you can. I like to, at some point when you're doing these, just, if you kind of squat into a horse stance and then try to put your forehead to the floor, that's a good hip stretch too that I enjoy doing. You don't have to though, that's something I just do. Then you come back, just sit down, and you do what we call butterflies, which is feet together, tucked in so your shins make a straight line, and you just try to get your knees as close to the floor as possible. Again, I've been doing this for many years. I can pretty much get flat. If you can't, that is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. If you get to the point where just getting them flat to the floor doesn't give you a stretch in the inner thigh anymore, what you can do is grasp your toes and start leaning forward. Bring your knees just down and rest on your shins. And you can just keep going. The better you get at this, the further you can go down until you can almost get your forehead on the floor. And again, just hold that for maybe 10 seconds. Come back up. Then what we would do is just, I don't know, you could see me hardly, but you would just lay back, feet on the floor, hands behind your head, do 40 to 50 crunches. 40 to 50 crunches, and then stand back up, feet apart, And you just twist side to side to get any kinks out of your back and shoulders. Just do that maybe a half dozen times a side. Then, for your shoulders, bring your arms straight out, palms facing either wall, and you just do small circles. You do maybe a dozen one way, other way. This you will feel right through here, through the top of your arm, your triceps, your shoulders. It's going to hurt the first couple of times you do it. That means you're doing it right. What? Once you feel those start to burn a little bit, point your fingers straight down, go to bigger circles. Same thing, do a few one way, switch to doing it the other way. Again, this will hurt at first. It still makes my arms burn, and I've been doing this and various other upper body exercises for a long time. Once you're done with that, just shake it out. Hands out to your sides, tilt your head back, roll it off to one side. Look down, look up, roll it off to the other side, look down, look up. Roll your head around a couple times, get any kinks out of your neck, loosen up your neck muscles. And then a balance exercise, we always just refer to this as pivoting. Eventually when you're pivoting in stances, if you do martial arts for a long time, you'll use this a lot. Even if you don't do martial arts, this is a good balance exercise and a good coordination exercise and leg strength exercise. What you're going to do is put your feet almost in line, face one side, then bend your back knee, so you're up on the toes on the back foot, straight your foot's flat on the ground on this other side. Hold it for a couple of seconds, and then rotate to the other side. Hold that for a few seconds, rotate to the other side. You'll see when I do this, how I do it is, you need to look before you pivot in all moves in martial arts. You'll see I look and then my body follows. This helps with your balance too. It just does. If you're feeling some pain burning in your back thigh, that means you're doing it right. You don't have to start doing it fast. Again, I've been doing this for a long time. When you're first starting out, just slowly work on your balance. And that's it. Come back up. That's the end of the exercises. You should be loosened up now and ready to do whatever you want to do now. Thank you much.